So we're going to use the analogy of using a multi-bag packet of crisps to help us understand how we're going to create our dividers and our CSS in websites. So let's look at this multi-pack packet of crisps here. We've got a prawn cocktail, we've got salt, we've got salt and vinegar, and we've got barbecue. These are all packets contained within what we call a wrapper. And this term wrapper will pop up quite often when we develop our web page. Ultimately, the wrapper will move all of the crisps inside it wherever we put them. So if you think of the crisps inside the multi-bag being navigation bar, content, footers, and banner areas, we want them all to move with the wrapper when we move the wrapper. Now to do this, what we need to do is we need to go into and create a web page structure. So when we look at our web page through the browser, we should hopefully have something that looks a little structured and a little bit common for the world of web. So as you can see here, we've got our browser, and inside the browser we've got our wrapper container that's got all of the packets of crisps, if you wish, inside, which is the footer, the content area, and the navigation bar and the banner. As you can see here, we've got the salt and vinegar, which is the content. We've got the footer, which is the barbecue flavour, and we've got the navigation bar, which is our ready sorted, and then our banner, which is the prawn cocktail. Now, in order to code this up, we're going to jump into a program called Notepad++. Inside Notepad++, we're going to create a new document, and notice it's new because the disk is red. So we're going to add some content in here. We're going to use the HTML brackets, and we're going to use a HTML tag and a close tag. Then we're going to put an area called the head, and then we're going to have an area for the body. Now the body is where the guts of the content goes, and the head is where we put things like our title, which declares to anybody going onto the website what the page is about. And this information can be seen normally inside of our tab. So what I'm going to do is just going to race forward and I'm going to create some divs. These divs provide us the structure for what we're trying to achieve, as you can see in the image below. So as you can see, the banner is linked to the div banner. We're going to have nav and the footer, and then we're going to have our wrapper. And our wrapper encapsulates the whole of the banner, the nav, the content. As you can see here, I've highlighted that the wrapper covers all the way around the content, the footer, the nav, and the banner. Just like I mentioned before, it's going to act like our carrier bag or a multi-bag. So what we want to do now is we want to add some content to this. But first we're going to save it, make sure we save it. And actually what we'll do right now is we're going to go and run it in Chrome. Once we run it in Chrome, you'll notice that doing all of that content and that coding actually hasn't produced anything. So let's add some content inside the areas. So let's just label this is the banner, this is the navigation, this is the content area. Content will go here, and then the footer information. So now if we save that and then preview it in our Chrome, we can see that it's not done too much. So I just want to add a few things called comments. Now comments will help us guide anybody else that's likely to look at the code, or also to guide ourselves to know what's an open tag and what's a closed tag. And in order to do that, what we do is we do an open bracket, exclamation, minus, minus, and then we put this is a comment, and then do minus, minus, and then close the comment. So we can add these wherever we want to inside the HTML. So I'm just going to do one for this is the wrapper, and this is the close wrapper. Now just to double check that that's happened and that's not outputting anything, we're going to save it and just preview it, and then we'll notice that there's no comments displayed. Now in order to make it look pretty, we'll use what's known as style tags. Style tags will reside inside the head, and these can be implemented in three different ways. We can have embedded, externally linked CSS, and inline CSS. In this instance, we're going to use embedded styles. So we're going to go inside of the style tag area, and we're going to target the IDs inside of our body area. So you can see I've highlighted ID banner. Now in CSS, because this is the code that we use inside these style tags, to target an ID, we use hashtag, and then we give the name. So hashtag banner, and then we're going to open curly bracket, and then close curly bracket. And inside that, we're going to add some properties and some parameters. So I'm going to choose its height to be 200 pixels, and I'm going to set its background value to be a color blue. Save that, preview, and you can see here that it's actually made our nice blue banner for us. One thing to note is that there are semicolons at the end of each of the statements. That is to allow for the statement after to happen. If we don't include these, the CSS will break and you won't be able to see the following commands applied to the actual style. So we're going to go through and we're going to add styles to the other IDs inside of our HTML. So we're going to target the navigation bar, we're going to set it to 100 pixels in height, and then we're going to go down to content, do the same for that, and then go down to footer finally and add a height and a color for that one as well. You may note I've used different colors here just so that you can see the difference between each of the dividers when they're rendered onto the browser. So I'm just going to add yellow and then close the bracket. So you can just double check to make sure, yep, I've got the footer, I've got content, nav, and I've got the banner. Save it, preview it, and finally you should have something that looks like this, a nice little rainbow.